Hello and welcome to another live from me. I'm Lucy Brand of the Mystic Ministry. And just before I get started on today's juicy topic of your power, I just wanted to let you know that I've got a co-creation we're just promoting at the moment with the lovely Natasha, Circle of Light Movement membership. So if you are interested in having support from myself and Natasha, and you're also interested in joining a high vibing community where we will be sharing our gifts quite freely, we will be helping you go to the next level, then check out the link in the description and come and join us. So today I'm going to talk about giving your power away, okay, and three ways to keep your power, own your power. Now, when I talk about power, it can mean a lot of different things. It can mean money, it can mean time, it can even mean focus, and it can mean energy, just to name a few. So what I want you to do is the first thing to looking at and keeping and owning your power is to get clear on what you want. Now, this may seem really, really simple, but the majority of clients that I have and the majority of people I speak to, they don't actually know what it is they want. They're not actually sure. And the thing is, when you know what you want, it's kind of like I can even feel that shift in my energy. When I know what I want, it's like the decisions are easy to then make. It's then easy to move forward. You don't get stuck because you know what your mountain is and you just point the compass and you keep moving forward, basically. So when you know what it is, you're crystal clear on what it is you desire, then things that might come up which don't serve you, which might take your power away, it's a lot easier to say no to because it's not towards where you're heading. It's not towards your mountain, towards your goal. Which brings me on to the second one, get on the no train. Okay, so this is really important. And it was really hard for me to do this years and years ago. It kind of revolutionized my world because I was a massive people pleaser. And I always did things for other people before putting myself first or putting my own oxygen mask on first. And that, I mean, it is good to do things for other people, but when it comes to a point where it's depleted your energy and it's taking away from you, then it's not good, because it is a case of putting your own oxygen mask on first, because then you can serve more, you can help more people, you can do more with your life when your cup is full, and giving from that place where your cup is full rather than a depleted place, because then we get into the energetics of things. And if you're giving from a depleted place, from a place of lack, then it's really not the best place to give from because it doesn't serve you or the recipient. Whereas if you're giving from a place where your cup's overflowing, it both serves you and the recipient of whatever it is you're giving. Okay, so getting on that no train, saying consciously no to things, reevaluating things in your life, what's serving you. You know, COVID's had and is still continuing to have a big impact. And I guarantee that you're not the same person you were probably even 4 weeks ago, and your decisions have changed, your priorities have changed. So it's really, really super important that you kind of review these. Again, it comes back to what it is you want. When you know what you want, you stand in your power, and it's also easier to ask for it then. And then getting on the no train as well, so you can say to people, no, I'm sorry. Doing things out of obligation, again, the energy is just, it's not great there. It can be a really heavy energy, and that pushing of, I don't want to really do this. Whereas if you do something, it's a conscious choice. And remember, we always have a choice. You always have a choice. No matter what anyone says, there's always a choice. Like, it's always your choice to how you feel or how you respond to something. When I first started getting on the no train, I was so scared about what other people would think of me, what they would say, that I'd offend them, that I'd upset them, that I'd hurt them. And in actual fact, they were like, okay, great, that's fine. And it wasn't even all these stories that I created in my head melted away, because it wasn't the actual reality. And it comes down to putting your boundaries in place. And I like to look at it as your boundaries as flower beds. Okay, so it's not, because I know that some of us women really struggle with boundaries, like, because it seems like a hard line. But if you imagine it as putting out flower beds, it's like you don't want people to trample on your flower beds. Yeah, so it's like, no, there's something there, like that's my boundary. So putting your boundaries, because that increases your self-worth. And when you increase your self-worth, when you increase your worthiness, that's when the miracles start happening, because all the miracles and all the love, all the abundance, all the health that you could ever want, the prosperity, all of it, it's resonant frequency. So everything in this universe has a vibration or a frequency, including ourselves. We are just radio transmitters transmitting a frequency all the time, because we're energetic beings. So everything has an energy, even this laptop, even this camera that I'm speaking to you through, it's all got an energy signature. So what happens is, when we raise our self-worth and our worthiness, that means we go up what we call the energetic scale, if you like, the emotional scale. And all the things you desire, perfect health, wealth, love, an amazing relationship, a success, all of these things are floating around on here, and love and bliss and fun and joy and laughter. And that's where you'll find them. That's where you'll find all the things you want. It's about becoming an energetic match to them. Whereas if you keep saying yes to things that you don't actually want to do, you have that energy of like, I don't really want to do this. And coming from a place of lack, just saying yes out of needing to or desperation, then again, the energy is not going to serve you, and it's not going to serve the other person receiving. And that's the way to look at it, because it's not going to work for both of you. Whereas if you consciously say yes to things and consciously say no to things, it really empowers you. It really enables you to take back your power, because when you do say yes to things that you don't want to do, it's an energy leak. You are giving your energy away to someone else. Whereas if it's a no, then it's kind of, you're keeping your energy within yourself. And especially if you're depleted, and I mean that in the sense of energy, but like mentally, emotionally, physically, it's taking a holistic approach, then I would seriously start getting on that no train and come up with a few things, like reasons why. So no, I'm not feeling, I don't have the energy for that right now. My plate's quite full right now with other obligations, all these things, and just take a look at them. And honestly, it feels really good. It's scary at first, but then it feels really good, because you can feel your power growing as you say no to more things that won't bring you joy. And then the third and final one is uncovering patterns. So this is really important, because when you bring your awareness to something, when you start to realize what you're doing, you can shift it. And when you shift it, you shift your reality, you change your reality. So if you don't like your current circumstances, then this is a brilliant one to do. Bring your awareness to where you give your power away and what situations. So again, it could be anything, like maybe it's even a TV program or something. What I mean is you give your power away to it, in that you all your attention and focus goes on that. Or maybe it's a certain person that when you're around them, then all of a sudden you become a doormat. I know that I used to be like that all the time. My thing was with old women. I used to give my power away all the time and then become this doormat. And that wasn't serving me, and it wasn't serving them. And I really didn't feel empowered in those situations. Or maybe it's money. Maybe you keep giving money away to people that, you don't really want to, like, and I'm not talking about, like, again, this comes back to conscious, where you're consciously giving your money away, because then it feels so much better when you've consciously made that decision and it brings you joy. Okay, my lovelies, so that's it for today, and I shall see you in the next video. Bye for now.